Last year I put £15,000 into a stocks and shares ISA. One of them made me money. The other one lost to inflation while just sitting there. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which is which and where your money should actually go. By the end, you'll know which ISA fits you, how to open 1 in 5 steps, and the one mistake that leaves beginners' money doing absolutely nothing. New here, I break down UK money with zero jargon. Hit subscribe if that's your thing. And stick around, there's a mistake at step 3 that means people think they've invested when they actually haven't. It's costing beginners years of growth. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Cash sitting still isn't safe. It's shrinking. Say you've got £1,000 saved for a laptop. Next year, that same laptop costs £1,080. Your money didn't get smaller, but what it can buy did. That's inflation, quietly eating your savings while your balance looks exactly the same. And a cash ISA, on its own, only protects you from tax, not from prices rising. So it's basically a slow leak. Now, I'm not here to trash the cash ISA. Tax-free interest, protected by the FSCS up to £85,000 per bank. Your money's safe and instantly accessible. If you need this cash in the next 5 years, an emergency fund, a house deposit next spring, a wedding, a car, this is exactly where it should live. You do not want money you need soon sitting in the stock market because it can dip right when you need to withdraw it. And look, there's nothing wrong with keeping some money here. I kept everything in one for years like a good, sensible, terrified Brit. Then I did the maths and realized safe wasn't the same thing as smart. Okay, this is where it gets good. Same tax-free £20,000 wrapper. That's your annual ISA allowance, by the way. Use it or lose it each tax year. But instead of just sitting there, your money buys actual assets. You own a slice of real companies. They grow, they pay dividends, and if you reinvest those dividends, your slice quietly grows even faster. That's compounding, and it's the whole game. And you don't bet on one company. You own hundreds, sometimes thousands, at once through an index fund. Think S&P 500 or a global all-cap fund. One purchase, hundreds of businesses spread across countries and industries, so no single company sinking your entire pot. Remember BlackBerry, £100 a share once. Today, under £3. Remember Nokia, once the biggest phone maker on the planet. Same story. That's exactly why you never bet on one horse. You own the whole race instead. Quick word on fees, because they quietly matter. A fund charging 1% a year sounds tiny, but over 10 or 20 years, that's a real chunk of your returns gone. Look for funds with an ongoing charge under 0.3%. Most of the big global index funds sit around there, and check your platform's fee too, not just the funds. So here's the actual answer to the question in the title. £20,000 in a cash ISA at 4% for 10 years. You end up with around £29,600. That same £20,000 in a stocks and shares ISA at the historic 8% average. Roughly £43,000. Same money, same decade, a £13,000 gap. That's a car. That's a deposit top-up. That's the price of playing it safe. And that gap only gets bigger the longer you leave it because compounding rewards time far more than it rewards timing. But here's what nobody says. It's not either or. The smart move is both. Cash ISA for money you need soon. Stocks and shares ISA for money you won't touch for 5+ years. Most people I know run both accounts side by side, and that's exactly what I'd recommend to you too. If this is already making more sense than a bank ever explained it to you, subscribe, because next video is the exact funds I'd pick as a beginner. Here's exactly how you open one. 1. Pick an FCA-regulated platform. Low fees, easy app, decent customer support. Trading 212, Vanguard, InvestEngine, AJ Bell, any of these work, so don't overthink this step. The platform matters far less than actually starting. 2. Open the stocks and shares ISA. Takes a few minutes. You'll need your national insurance number and some basic ID. 3. And here's that mistake I promised you. Pay money in, then actually invest it. The ISA is just a bucket, an empty container. Paying money in is not investing. Your cash just sits there as uninvested cash until you press buy. People check their ISA a year later, wonder why nothing's grown. and realize they never actually bought anything. 4. Choose your fund. A global all-cap gives you instant diversification across thousands of companies in one click, so you're not trying to pick winners. 5. Automate it. Set a direct debit. Even something small and consistent beats a one-off lump sum you never repeat, and let it run. But what if it all crashes and you lose everything? Markets go up and down, they always have. The 1929 crash, the dot-com bust in 2000, the 2008 financial crisis, the COVID crash in 2020. Every single one felt like the end of the world at the time, and every single one recovered, then went on to climb higher than before. The biggest risk isn't the market falling, it's you panic selling at the bottom, locking in the loss that would have recovered if you'd just left it alone. Think about it this way: if you sold everything during the COVID crash in March 2020, you locked in a huge loss. If you did nothing, or better, kept buying, you'd have been back in profit within months and up significantly a year later. The people who lose money in the stock market are almost always the ones who bought high out of excitement and sold low out of fear. Diversify, invest for the long term, automate it, and don't touch it when it dips, because dips are the price of admission, not the exit sign. Quick note, I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. It's for education only. When you invest, your capital is at risk, and you can get back less than you put in. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Tax rules depend on your circumstances and can change. Always do your own research. So here's your plan. Starting today. 1. Open a Stocks and Shares ISA, FCA regulated. 2. Pick a global fund. 3. Invest any amount, even £10 counts, the amount matters less than the habit. 4. Set a direct debit and leave it alone. Drop a comment, are you Team Cash ISA or Team Stocks and Shares, and what's actually stopping you from starting? See you in the next one.